Now here's Jordan. Out to Sabonis. Fires the three. He drops it from range.
Well, the rock-solid mechanics of Domantas Sabonis in the catch and shoot.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Now here's Jordan. Into the lane. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
He's been working with his assistant coaches trying to devise a way to contain Zach LaVine. His ability to play well above the rim, coupled with the deep range, makes him a unique challenge to defend. They're going to try to keep him off balance by showing him different looks. Brian?
Okay, thanks, Allie. And stolen by Brunson. Adebayo sets a screen. Pass to Anunoby. Count it. Good. Anunoby's got his second basket of the night.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. On offense, here are the Kings. DeRozan outside. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Yeah, one of the great mid-range scorers in the game, DeMar DeRozan, getting to work.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. He's off on the layup. And it's Sacramento's ball. It's a three-point game. Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Ellis. Pass to Jordan. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And Anunoby pulls it down.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Adebayo with it. And Adebayo slams it in.
And watching Adebayo in the pick and roll can be a thing of beauty. Such a great feel for that set.
Here's Ellis. Here's Sabonis. Out to the right wing. Here's DeRozan. That one off the back iron and out.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Here's Adebayo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And 1:01 left in the opening quarter. Now Jordan. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Sabonis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
fans on the court, it's your
That free throw, no good.
You know, it's such a pleasure to watch Domantas Sabonis play the game. Yes, he's got absolutely God-given talent, but he also has an incredible understanding and feel for the game, and he plays it the right way.
Bridges with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Here's Levine, and the dunk by Levine.
Well, few will be able to match up with Levine in the open court, fast and fluid.
Pass to Marion. 4-3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Sacramento leading by 4. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The three from DeRozan. Sinks it from distance. DeRozan's got 5.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And here's Brunson from the arc. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Kings ahead. They're up by 4. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Knicks trail by 4. Will grant the Kings one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges can connect from distance. This guy has become a consistent threat from deep.
Back to Jordan. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Now on Tucker. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, B.A., I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
And both free throws good for Jordan. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. They trail by 3. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. From deep three-point range. And rebounded by Zach LaVine.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Marion with the bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Jordan with it. DeRozan outside. And here's Jordan. DeRozan a screen. Fires the three. Jordan misses.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game. Whatever it takes to get to his offensive game, that time DeMar doing work in the painted area.
Achua with a screen. The shot. Called in by the Kings. Levine feeling it out a bit. DeRozan right side. Picked by Sabonis. Here's Jordan. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Sacramento with some changes. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Right side Payne. Pass to Marion. Puts up a three. The rebound by Murray. The Kings lead by 5. Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA, it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Fultz can't get it to go. And he lobs it up top.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Outside Fultz. Good D by Adebayo.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
And an emphatic jam on the lob.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Now here's Fultz. No made baskets yet. It's Monk on the wing. Beyond the arc. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. And the Kings lead by 3.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Here's Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen. Out to the right wing. Marion. No good. That would have tied it. The Kings lead by 3. Pass to Murray. To the right side. Valanciunas down low. The shot is good. Fultz making the play.
Well, I think it makes their offense so much more effective when Valanciunas can knock down those face-up jumpers. It draws all those bigs away from the cup.
And here's Payne outside. Valanciunas with a rebound. Here's Sacramento now. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The free throw drops for Monk.
Number 23. Mitchell Robinson.
17 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Fultz. Pass to LaRavia. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Hart from long range. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Sacramento Kings leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. Back after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Knicks trail by 6. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers, yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
2 on the clock for the tie. And again, New York with the triple.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Sacramento calls timeout. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's DeRozan. He's got 7. Pass to Ellis. DeRozan looks it over. Outside Levine. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Jordan misses.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Both free throws good from Brunson. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Now here's Sabonis. And the layup is good off the glass. Sabonis is... got 6.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Achua with a screen. Pass to Hart. The 3 is up. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. He's got 6.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Ellis. He's scoreless. To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Now Jordan. Just 5 to shoot.
Well, Hart practically inside this guy's jersey. That's how good that contest was. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see. 80% shooting to start the third. 4 for 5.
Outside Levine. DeRozan right side. Pass to Ellis. Now here's Sabonis. Achua defending. Sabonis in the post. And he gets that one.
Yeah, this is Sabonis in his zone. He makes scoring in the paint seem almost effortless.
1:57 left in the third quarter. Here's Brunson. Count the basket and the foul. DeMar DeRozan picks one up.
And they're shooting with much more confidence here in the second half. The field goal percentage is now over 50%.
The Knicks making a switch here. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the gameplay. Kings making a switch here. That free throw good from Brunson. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-pointer. Brunson's got 13 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Pass to Levine from the arc. And Levine knocks down the three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Outside for Levine. And here's Murray. Kick by Murray. From deep, Jordan. Adebayo grabs the board.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboards, they absolutely need his productivity.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of the surroundings.
Now here's Fultz. Still without a bucket. That one goes. Count it.
The assist, Markelle Fultz.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Knicks leading by 8. Screen by Robinson. 36 seconds left in the third. Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Inside. And Fultz puts it in. Fultz has gotten his first basket of the night.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
It's Robinson, high post. Here's Marion. Good D by Murray. Here's Levine for three. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. And more NBA action on 2. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Kings trail by 5. Fultz with it. Back to Monk. Outside Fultz. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And it's New York with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. On target from range.
Well, you love to see the intelligent basketball being played by Valanciunas, not just thinking about his own offense, but creating for his guys.
Pass to Adebayo. Fires for three. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The Kings call timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. To the paint. Here's Jordan.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. It's kept alive. And finished off by Adebayo.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Here's Jordan. Can't hit that one. Good D by Adebayo. Knicks leading by 5. There's a screen. Here's Bridges. Back to Adebayo. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Adebayo's got 9 points here in the second half. And so it's Fultz who brings it up for Sacramento. Inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, this guy knows it's his role to get his guys going. Fultz doing a nice job moving the ball.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Knicks leading by 5. And here's Bridges. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, you love to see Bridges keep the pressure on the defense and draw the contact.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here are the Kings now. Stolen by Anunoby. Now here's Brunson. Oh, DeRozan with the block.
Woohoo! DeRozan with the D. Go ahead and show off that length, DeMar.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
There's a screen. Outside Anunoby. Launches it. Rebound by Sacramento.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Jordan. On the wing, Levine. Jacks up a three. And it's DeRozan missing.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
And it's Levine with the three. And now just a 2-point Knick lead.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Bridges outside. Obi for three. Here's Adebayo. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. And it's Sacramento's ball. Here's DeRozan. Misses from close range. In transition. For three, Bridges. It's rebounded by Sabonis. And here are the Kings now. 2-point game. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's Hart. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
To the wing, right side. From deep, Jordan nails it from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Hart with the defensive effort. This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
OG Anunoby is 6'7" with a big-time frame. He's going to shake off some contact, folks.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
The line, 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. And that ties this game up.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there. But he does tie it up.
Jordan goes in. Here's Ellis. Oh, he buried the three.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Adebayo. Levine with a steal. Right wing. Here's Jordan. The Kings taking the W at a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
말 많네, 말 많아.
이렇게 말해야 되겠어. 좋은 상황이 아니면 딱 보면 딱 정예 멤버로 밑에 1학년, 2학년들이 많이 뛰는데 이게 약간 두고 경고리 그런 게 두고는 거의 투수가 좀 조도 좀 많이 해. 경고리도 타자도 좀 많이 나와. 항상 그랬거든. 그래도 나도보다 투수 쪽이 좀 더 강해 보이는 느낌? 지금 뭐 앞선에서 그런 거 몰라도 투수력이 너무 좋아가지고
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to the Golden State Warriors. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And Zoelis will bring it up for the Kings. Inside, Alvarado with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Plays it in off the breakaway.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Now, here's Jordan. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And you know Sabonis just keeps coming at you.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, I asked him who hasn't worried out there on the floor, and his answer was Draymond Green. He told me he's a high-effort, high-IQ player who can be so effective. Right now, our plan is to stay physical with him and not let him dictate the terms out there. Of course, this means a hard-fought contest down low. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Jordan. Screen by Sabonis. And it's denied. Bryant looking over the floor. Goes up from the top of the key. Over to the wing. Outside, Jones. New Orleans moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. For 3, Kobe. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant. But that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Pass to Alvarado. Outside, Kobe. Such a wide open look.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now here's Jordan. Back to Sabonis. Messi grabs the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. Pass to Kobe. The shot, no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And we've seen it. He can do this all game. Jordan with a great burst there to get the finish.
Now here's Kobe. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game. And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Jordan. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Now, here's Sabonis. To the middle, 11 feet away. Ellis can't get it to go. And so Bryant will bring it up for New Orleans. Green, the screen, from about 19 feet. The shot by Kobe, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Kobe throws it down.
The pure athleticism of Bryant, breaking away and not letting anyone get in his path.
Pass to Alvarado. Outside, Green. Outside, Bryant. To the paint. Here's Messi. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Here's Williamson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
In the corner, it's Levine. Screened by Valanciunas. Levine can't hit.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
To the inside. Stolen by Levine. And here's the fast break. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He's said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. And here's Kobe. He's got 9. Gets another look. Oh, the agility and finish of Kobe Bryant.
Such body control from Bryant, able to take some hits there on the way up.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Substituting on the court.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Pass to LaRavia. To the wing right side. Fultz, the bounce pass. Funk for 3. Nice D by Kobe.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Williamson lays it up and banks it in. Williamson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's the screen. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 15. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Murray outside. Here's Fultz. He has yet to score. Offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Well, at 6'11", 275, Valanciunas can really carve out space down low.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside, Kobe.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Releases. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And here's the try.
And the quick feet of Fultz are a problem for the defense, especially when he takes it strong to the hole.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions.
One more time for your Sacramento Kings street team.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Brown outside. Pass to McCollum. Back to Podziemski. McCollum outside. And the Pelicans miss again.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
The shot by Monk is no good. Pelicans leading by 11. Williamson up top. The shot from the low post is good. Williamson's got 6.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move him.
On the wing, DeRozan. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to DeRozan. In the corner, it's Monk. They get it back and finished off by DeRozan.
Yeah, right there, DeRozan saw an opportunity and took advantage.
Now Podziemski. From the arc. And Sabonis pulls it down. The shot's good for Monk. Monk's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Kings.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's New Orleans in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And timeout called by Willie Green. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Kings trailed by 9. Stan, you know this. Every team wants those 3-and-D wing types. This Pelicans team is loaded with them.
Yeah, Kevin, they love those type of guys. Long, athletic guys who can defend, and they either come in being able to shoot the three, or they develop them into three-point shooters, and it shows in the numbers. Last year, they were 4th in three-point percentage, 7th in defensive rating. Those are key metrics.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pelicans leading by 9. Outside, Jones. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
It's a nice little sleight of hand trick there by Jones.
Left side, Levine. Latrey hits the three-point bomb.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Over in the corner, Green. Back to Kobe. A 3-ball. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Outside DeRozan. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, DeRozan's a threat from anywhere on the floor. Attacking the basket or knocking down the 3.
Sacramento foul. Ellis. First personal foul. First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And the foul called on Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Jordan with the steal. Outside, Levine. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Right side, Green. And here's Kobe from the arc. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there. Trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Back to Alvarado. Jones, no one around him. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination. They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's DeRozan. He's got 9. Jordan on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Sabonis. From 18 feet away. And that one comes up a bit short.
2 minutes remaining.
And so it's Jones who'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 1-point game. And the basket by Kobe.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Kings.
Ellis surveying the D. Screen by Sabonis. A wide open look here for DeRozan. Bangs home the trifecta. DeRozan's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. The offensive rebound. Stolen by Ellis. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Bryant. Jones with it. Picked up by Ellis. Now here's Bryant. 13 points in the game. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team.
56 seconds left in the third. Back to Alvarado. Shoots the 3. There's the 3 ball by Bryant.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Timeout called by the Kings. The Kings trailing. Now Fultz. Monk outside. Trains the three-pointer. Monk's got 5 now.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead, and now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
Pass to Valanciunas to the right side. And here's Fultz. He's defended by Podziemski. Monk outside. Pocket 6. From outside, off the mark. Brown with it. Here's Podziemski. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Sacramento. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front.
31.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thanks, David. Pass to Green. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Green's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Over in the corner, Ellis launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Ellis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Sacramento. Outside, Levine. Ellis outside. Pass to Murray. Kings moving the ball around. Another 3 for Sacramento.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And here is Williamson. Now Alvarado. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Down low. Over in the corner, Ellis. They get it back. It's Ellis on the wing. Jordan on the wing. Alvarado with the steal. Here's Bryant. Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Ellis outside to the paint. Here's Jordan, and he makes good on the way.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Pelicans trailed by 6. Alvarado with it. Back to Kobe. Pass to Alvarado. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
A great find by Kobe. His instincts are off the charts.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Back to Alvarado. Pass to Kobe to tie it up. Rebound by the Kings. And Jordan has it in the corner. Kicks it out to Ellis. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Ellis has got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Kings. Outside, Jones. Here's Alvarado. Bryant outside. 5 on the clock. Jones for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution for your Kings.
New Orleans on D. They trail by 6. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Outside DeRozan. Here's Jordan. That one doesn't go. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Pelicans. It's Bryant converting down low.
Coming through when it matters most. Kobe thrives under pressure.
.58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. On the wing, DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Well, hard to find a more clutch performer than DeRozan. He had no problem coming up with the huge make.
Back to Jones. Pass to Alvarado. Now here's Kobe to the inside. Here's Messi. And it's Alvarado missing. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bryant. No good on the triple.
Pelicans foul. Messi. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Sacramento. Domantas Sabonis.
First free throw is good, and
아, 1쿼터 때 지옥을 갔습니다.
so he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Here is Bryant.
토마토 존스 저도 슛 어려워서 못 던지겠던데요. 이지 소세지.
So it's Sacramento picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel.